Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, besides First Communion today, it is Pentecost Sunday. And today we celebrate with Pentecost the really third part of Easter Sunday. The resurrection, Christ's ascension, and now the sending of His Spirit to continue His work on this earth after He has gone to His Father. Each of us, when we were baptized, received the Holy Spirit. In baptism, the Holy Spirit comes in our belief and our love of Christ, because the Holy Spirit embodies the love of Christ for His Father. He is the third person of the Trinity, love that comes and embodies the church and us. He is given in baptism because baptism brings us together into Christ. God enters us. He, at that time, brings to us forgiveness of sin and evil and all the allurements and consequences that come from that for our life as a people, as a person, as a church. Throughout the history of the church, there have been twists and turns. There's been good times, bad times. We see that at times people have received different gifts. The gifts we see in the readings today, the tongues of fire, the apostles speaking and being understood by different kinds of people. The apostles in the early years healing, walking along and saying, "Get up and walk, your sickness is cured." We don't see those gifts of the Spirit today, but the Spirit still gives gifts to each of us to keep His church, to keep us going. Healing takes place, but in a different way, in a more succinct way, through our prayer, through our work. The Spirit prompts us. The Spirit encourages us as we work in our lives, as we work to know God, to bring Christ to others, to share as a church a journey to Christ and God our Father. One thing we have to be fearful of, though, is if we remember Christ once was very angry, and another time He condemned the scribes and Pharisees because they abused God. They abused God's temple, and the scribes and Pharisees abused God, their office, for their own purposes. In both instances, their obsession with self, their obsession with power, their obsession with doing what was good for me and not the people of God, brought the anger of Jesus. And it gives us pause to look out in our own lives, that we not be obsessed with self, with our own idea of power, our own idea of wealth, but that we should have a selfless love of presenting Christ to other people and bringing God as we advance ourselves. So today, as we celebrate the Spirit coming, we also celebrate in a special way for these three their first communions. And with that, I think I will finish and leave some words to our pastor, Father Tony.
So today you're lucky you get two homilies. I won't be long. Grace, Sky, Jack, you've been waiting for today for a long time, and now I hope you're thrilled. Today is an important and a special day for each of you, and that's why we're all here. Look around, the church is full of people. I've never seen you three looking as well as you do this morning. You look like Princess and Prince. You have put on your best clothes to meet Jesus in Holy Communion. But more important than the clothes you wear is that you have also prepared your hearts to meet Jesus. You've been praying to Jesus every day because you want to make sure that your heart is ready for him. When you receive Jesus in the Holy Communion today, tell him you love him and thank him for coming to you. And after Mass, everyone will want to meet you and you'll be photographed with you. And I'm sure before the day's out, you'll have a lot of nice things to eat. Jesus also wants you to have fun. He wants you to enjoy yourselves. But just remember that it's all because Jesus has come to you. That you may get gifts, envelopes with money inside, I don't know. But it's important that you understand that it's because Jesus is coming to you. The most important gift today is Jesus coming to you in Holy Communion. Jesus coming to you is the best gift that you're going to receive. Jesus is more important than all the money or all the presents and all the food. Continue to pray to Jesus every day because he loves you so much. Parents, grandparents, this is a great day for you also. For today, your child is fully nourished with you around the table of the Lord for the first time. United with you in Jesus, the only one who nourishes us fully. When you had your children baptized, you were reminded that you are the first teachers of their faith. They learned their faith from you before anyone else taught them to make the sign of the cross or to say their prayers. Your child must sense your faith, in order to absorb faith themselves. The faith that you hand on will be their strength throughout their lives. Today is a very happy day for everybody else here because relations, family, friends, teachers, people of the parish have all watched these children grow and help them on their friendship with God. I know you're praying for them today and you will continue to pray for them. And children, I still remember my first communion. And I remember the seat in the church where I sat with my family. And I hope you don't forget today your first Holy Communion. Jesus wants you and your families to be happy today. Jesus wants to come into your hearts because he loves you. And I ask one thing that you always remember, no matter where you are or what you do, Jesus does love you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.